Radical.
Now, this is James. For a lot of you that think, well, what do two lily-white people know about this topic? James is definitely, I would say, 100% black. You know, I don't know the percentage, but, you know, me, I have a little black in me too. Below the belt, you know what I'm saying? you know what I'm talking about, you know. Brothers know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Okay, so how do you feel about Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben, and I think the cream of wheat guy now? These people being taken off are foods now. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't feel too good about it because, you know, I thought, you know, it was something that represented the blacks, you know.
Like kind of a, not a positive thing, but like a part of history.
Yeah, part of history, you know, and, you know, because, I mean, do you see any black people on any other things, you know, in the boxes or whatever?
That's one way to kind of look at it.
But I mean, you know, I seen it as, you know, something for the blacks, yeah.
I mean, it's part of history.
I didn't see it as,
it's an uncomfortable history because slavery existed.
Yeah. Well, we know that existed.
Yeah, it existed.
But, you know, we got to go beyond that, you know, and if we're going to, you know, grow, we got to grow beyond pictures and all this different things like that. You know?
I think a lot of it, it's a lot of fuss over something silly.
Yeah, silly.
I mean, when people are, and there's a woman, I think, a fine-looking black woman on TikTok that had, and I think what sparked this was, she said, she talked about Black Lives Matter, the movement, and how it extends onto cereal. And she emptied some, sorry about that background noise, that's a baby, okay? Yeah, that's not a happy baby. But she emptied the contents into a sink, and she said, you know what, Black Lives Matter, even on breakfast cereals. Okay. I'm thinking, all right, this is now stretched off what started into something meaningful, which could be police reform.
Yeah.
Okay, and just for, not just black people, but whites and blacks, people of, just police reform in general would be a good thing. Like banning certain holds, maneuvers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way you got pepper spray for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, putting your neck on a man for 9 minutes and him saying he can't breathe, whether he's white, whether he's black, all right? Doesn't matter. That's just a bad freaking procedure. Okay, we can all agree on that. But I just think once you get to the point, and me and Kenny will talk about some other crazy things that are happening, things that are being targeted, we need to focus on just some police reform.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we need to focus on.
I don't know why they're going with the cereal box.
Okay, the cereal box never killed nobody.
No.
Okay, Aunt Jemima, she ain't gonna kill nobody.
Yeah.
Unless there's a lot of sugar in that syrup, you know. Might give you heart disease or you know something like that. Okay, you might get the diabetes or something like that. You, as a black man, are not personally offended when you look at Uncle Ben or Aunt Jemima.
No, it didn't.
You're just like,
me.
okay. It's like, you know, your feelings are not going to be hurt.
Yeah.
All right. But you might get killed by a cop,
Yeah.
you know, from improper procedure, all this kind of stuff, you know. So we're trying to save the feelings of people.
Yeah.
And we should be trying to actually save people before we, you know, consider the feelings of individuals.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you're right about that. And that's real. Like I said, that's too much of the strain.
I think we cut it right there, and I might get another voice.
Okay.
Just give me a quick thought on hate. This is Serenity. How do you feel? How do you feel about Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, the cream of wheat man being taken off of our breakfast foods?
I think it's gonna make a lot of people mad, but I feel like
you don't care that much, right?
Yeah, I don't really care that much.
It's not that big of a deal. I talked with you earlier about it, you know?
Yeah, I don't really care that much.
Ultimately, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not.
You know,
It's not a big deal.
There's a movement for great things like police reform, which would be a great thing. You know, making sure that I was talking with James about how it's a bad procedure to hold your knee on somebody back of their neck and they can't breathe for 9 minutes.
That's horrible.
I know.
That topic pisses me off. So
exactly,
it's horrible.
I think regardless of like your skin color, that's going to piss everybody off.
It is.
Okay,
it should.
But police reform is what we need. And I talked with him. I didn't talk with him about Paw Patrol, but I know you're heartbroken because that's your favorite show.
Yeah, my daughter watches that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does. I didn't know that. When you told me that, I didn't know it. So
Well,
that's
I talked to someone else, and they think that they're canceling Paw Patrol.
Really?
Yeah, not just getting rid of the
that's not
dog,
good.
but just canceling it, right?
My daughter's gonna be sad.
I know. So there you go. Everyone with this movement, you've made Serenity's daughter really, really freaking
Really
sad.
mad.
Really sad.
Upset.
Really upset. So that's what you've done. Okay, well, thank you, Serenity.
You're welcome, Rick. Bye.
What I think it is, James, is this generation, everyone's so bothered. Everyone's just so bothered, and they run to Twitter, and they're so easily offended at at anything, right?
Yeah.
And believe me, like I said, I understand the core of this movement. What happened to George Floyd was reprehensible, terrible.
Yeah.
But if you think for 1 second that deviating and taking the focus off of that to spend time to try to advocate for, less racist breakfast cereals, it's fucking insane. Okay?
Yeah.
And you told me something earlier. Share that again with me. I'm talking about your generation and how it differs from this generation.
Well, we weren't so sensitive about things like that.
Not so sensitive.
No, we grew up, and I mean, I didn't even pay attention to stuff like that, because it was irrelevant, things like that, because we just
focus on what was actually happening in the world at your time.
I was focused on trying to live and just work and do a job, and I mean, I didn't have time to think about all kind of stuff like that,
Right there, you didn't have time.
No, I didn't have time.
You didn't have time to go on these little missions.
Yeah. No, we didn't have time. And
I need to know. I need to know who is Uncle Ben's hurting? Who is Aunt Jemima hurting at this point?
Nobody.
All it's hurting is feelings. Little soft, flaky people's feelings.
Yeah, but it's not hurting my feelings because, I don't see anything wrong with it, with that, because I grew up with it. And it didn't affect me.
And Aunt Jemima,
and it still ain't
that's a real
me.
person.
Yeah, but
like I said, Aunt Jemima's a real person, and her grandson was a little mad that they're taking her off the box.
Yeah. But like I said, Rick, it's not even affecting me right now. What about that?
Yeah. Most people kind of rolling their eyes at like, okay, you got these, you got these Twitter and these TikTok agenda people. Well, there's right agendas and then there's silly agendas. Okay, an agenda to try to help things and help save lives and police reform, that's a good agenda.
Yeah, that's a good agenda.
But trying to make our breakfast cereals less racist, I'm like, what the fuck?
I never did see anything racist about it in the first place.
Like, what is next? Like, people that are overweight, are they gonna like start talking about like overweight breakfast cereal characters? Is the LGBT community gonna come out and say that the Lucky Charms elves are not good representatives? Fruity Loops, right? Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll come out and say, Fruity Pebbles, like, Barney is not, he's not dressing a certain way. We need him to represent our community a little better.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of it is like there's so many people, and here's Kenny right now. We've been waiting on Kenny. Kenny, how do you feel about the Quaker Oats and Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's and the Land O'Lakes lady?
It's a sad
Now you're a
thing.
white man, so it doesn't matter what your fucking opinion is because you're white, right? Isn't that right, James?
Yeah,
He's
I guess
white.
It don't matter, right?
Well,
Okay, well, give me your opinion. Even though you're white, it doesn't matter that much in this conversation. What do you think about it?
It's an icon. They're icons. They've been on there for 100 years, and that's what everybody's used to. I don't see the big deal. It doesn't,
Doesn't hurt your day.
It doesn't hurt my day,
It don't hurt mine.
Doesn't hurt
yours either, right?
And he's an authentic black guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother him one bit.
Just some people.
But to borrow this fine woman, I'll show you her later. Maybe she has a private TikTok. I don't know. She's fine. She's fine. Okay. It bothered her. Okay. So if you're trying to date her, do not bring no Uncle Ben's up in her house. Do not.
Or no Aunt Jemima syrup.
No Aunt Jemima syrup. I tell you, she's kind of fine. I would like to pour Aunt Jemima syrup all over her and lick it off.
Sound like she might be a minute rice girl.
Hey, I'm not a minute man, Kenny. What are you talking about? Okay.
You're 5 minute man.
Hours of power.
But like I said,
We'll cut that out. That's kind of like that's a little bit too much personal information for me. Yeah, you're nodding your head. Yeah. But nah, man. It's like I just look at that and it's so freaking silly. And while we're here, you ever heard of a cartoon, James, called Paw Patrol? Okay, you need to be afraid of that dog on there because that's a cop dog.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is. And what that cop does is hunt down and cats, black cats. That dog hates black cats. And actually, it's a children's show. It's a harmless children's show. They got a construction worker. They got this Australian dog, I think. It's Tracker. I'm trying to get the names down. I didn't do a lot of research for this.
Right, I'm trying to research, but my phone's being retarded.
Yeah, do some Paw Patrol research or look it up. Look up this story. I think it might be canceled. People are telling me different things. I think the show might be canceled. I think the cancel culture is going against the cartoon dog. The setup is there's a firefighter and they do good things. They're dogs that teach kids how to be friendly and help people out. I don't know what the fucking show is, but I'm assuming it's a children's show, a harmless children's show, with a firefighter and a cop. But you know what chases the dog? You know what Chase's problem was? He's a damn dirty cop.
Yeah. See, they got right. Which one's the cop?
Okay, that's a meme. No, that's the construction worker with the overbite.
They may have took him out.
Oh, from Google image search.
I don't.
You can't even find Chase in Google image search.
Oh my goodness. He's down here, but it's no picture.
Yeah, and we don't have the story. Didn't pull up. But listen, fill me in the comment section down below. But I don't know exactly what happened, whether there was pressure on them or they felt the tide of coming. Okay, I see the picture. All right, I'm looking at those kids in the background. Chase seems to be prominently featured right there in the middle. Maybe that's the major character of the show.
It's got to be, next to this construction working dog.
Yeah. And that's not like the YMCA construction working dog, because you know what? If that was the YMCA construction working dog, then Chase needs to watch his ass, because the construction worker might have been on his ass.
This might be the village people of cartoons.
The village people of cartoons.
You got to do everything.
James is looking at it like, what the fuck is this? But we can't allow Chase in the village anymore because that's a damn dirty cop.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yep. That one right there.
Yeah. But they canceled Cops, the TV show. Bad boys, what you gonna do? They canceled that.
Oh, they did?
Over 30 years. You've seen Cops, right? That's a pretty entertaining show.
Yeah.
A lot of people getting drunk on drugs, yelling, fighting, spitting, cussing, white, black people, Indians, Hispanics, the color of the rainbow, right? They didn't discriminate on Cops. There was a lot of different people represented in this show. Okay, my people are the meth heads. Okay, white people are known as the meth heads and the coke addicts. We were represented in that show, but because of this culture, can't have Cops anymore. It's
goes by reruns of Chips.
Chips. It's getting out of fucking hand.
Yeah, like I said to the screen.
Yeah. But hey, how you feel about the Dukes of Hazzard?
Well, I ain't seen.
They're just a bunch of good old boys, never mean no harm.
Getting chased by old Boss Hog and
Roscoe Pico.
See, you're a black person, and what? You're not offended at the Dukes of Hazzard?
No.
Oh, come on now.
I like the show.
Yeah, but I mean that car was a pretty wicked car. When I get into that icon that's on the car, but we get to a point where. Because of a movement, they're trying to cancel every instance of what actually happened. I mean, where does it stop? Where are you going to take out of the history book slavery? Like, it's just going to be like chapter omitted?
No, you can't take it out. That's something.
It's part of history. It's part of history. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to get rid of money because if you look at the dollar bills, every president
slave owners
was slave
owners on them.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Kenny, we're going to have like Kanye West on all the money right now,
About that, won't they?
They will, but...
What are they going to spend?
Right.
But basically, to summarize, we get farther and farther away against what I talked about that we need. We need police reform. We need police reform really bad. We've needed it for a while. Doesn't mean every cop is to be hated. No, it just means there are some bad freaking apples out there. It's a big bunch of apples. There's a lot of bad apples. Okay? So we need to dig into that and fix what you can fix. All right? But fixing the TV shows, fixing the fucking breakfast cereals, that don't do nothing but causes a deviation from what we should actually be focusing on.
You're right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get down off my soapbox And enjoy these things while you can. Enjoy, I think on Jemima, though, they're not changing the flavor, are they?
No.
Okay. They're just replacing with a lot of white people?
Maybe.
They're just putting white people. And then that'll be another problem. What are we going to do? Put white people on there? Oh, then you're whitewashing it. Then there'll be people come up and say, oh, you're whitewashing that.
Then that's going to be racist.
That's going to be racist. Everything is racist. Everybody's feelings is hurt.
That's what the whole thing's about. Why you not let the black man do something? The black man was doing something on that box.
Yeah. I know my evening's fucked because I can't go home and watch Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
God damn it.
They taking everything away.
I know, right?
I mean, but then you say, oh, the black man's not being used. He's used on that.
Mm-hmm. Famous Amos cookies.
But
I mean, look at the...
Oh, famous Amos.
Right?
But you're taking it away.
Yeah, watch your ass if you're on the cereal box and you're black.
Yeah.
They're going to whack you.
You're gonna be off,
But they're taking it away. Why take it away? Like Kenny said, it's been icons.
It's been icons
for years.
It's gonna be famous Eric.
For years.
Right? That'd be like taking the arches off of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right?
But wait. People are gonna be looking it up now. Is there something racist about those arches?
Mm-hmm.
Digging in deep to things. And I hope everyone liked the conversation.
Right.
And we was actually supposed to finish that a minute ago, but we kept walking. So I don't know if I'll still leave this in. But I hope everyone enjoyed this conversation. In the comment section down below, please tell me how you feel about all this. Put their 2 thoughts in.
But we need that's the whole thing, communication.
Yeah. The problem is, here's a problem. Paw Patrol does not have enough Transformers on it. LGBT, BLT. Find out what it means to me. Get some more people with fucking pink hair on Paw Patrol right now. We need representation. Representation right now. And what about the Latinos? Que pasa, man? We need some of them on fucking Paw Patrol. All right? No white paws!
Great.